Well, again, I'm Tom Hills, Senior Vice President at Laudio. Welcome to our third session in our four-part series for nurse leaders called Adapting When a Sprint Turns into a Marathon. And with me is Kim Richards, nurse, author, motivational speaker, and founder of SelfCare Academy. And Kim is joining me from her home in Phoenix, and we're so happy to have her with us today. Welcome, Kim.
Thank you, Tom. It's a pleasure to be here with you today.
Well, Kim, we've now talked in the first two parts of this series on uncertainty and on transition. And now we're turning to the topic of adaptation, which kind of follows from those first two. You know, we're all somewhat getting comfortable with what's changed. And now it seems to me that the leader's job is to make the environment, this new environment, a healthy one, and to focus on helping our teams alter their behavior or their responses to this new environment to become better suited to thrive, not just survive, but to really thrive in this changed world. So the first question I've got is, what suggestions do you have to help leaders help their teams accept the new normal and encourage behaviors that lead to more resiliency?
That's a great question. Thank you. You know, I think this topic of adaptation has a lot of different meanings for a lot of people. You mentioned external environment, and with adaptation comes new ways of creating an internal environment. I mean, we've seen firsthand that we can't really control the external environment and what's happening around us so much, but we certainly do have control over our internal environment. And what might that look like moving forward? It might be that we need to let go of some of the ways that we were doing things in the past, things that just didn't work. This is actually a great opportunity to be able to develop some new perspectives and looking at things in a different way. You know, what we thought we knew worked then and might not work so much, so well right now. And I think we also, during all the uncertainty and the scared feelings and just, moving through transition, we tend to really lose our sense of belonging, and we tend to really wonder, I'm not really sure what I'm supposed to be doing here. I don't know how I fit in. How, who's my tribe now? I'm not really sure who my tribe is anymore. And maybe feeling a little lost. And adaptation really encompasses trying to recreate that internal sense of belonging to a team, to other people who are doing the same kind of work that you're doing. And I think actually through this, I talked to some staff nurses about a month ago, and they said they actually feel a little stronger bond with each other because they've gone through the fire and back. Yeah. And not done yet, but hopefully the worst is over. We don't know. But that's how they mentioned. They just said, the amazing thing was that even though, we were just so stressed and so afraid and so short on resources and, dealing with these very sick patients, that we always felt like we had each other's back, and that created an incredible bond. And that also would serve to create that, increased sense of belonging again. So remembering that, we're not alone. We can always ask for help, always ask for support. And I think the other thing is that, looking at people who are highly resilient, it's certainly not people who have experienced nothing in their life other than just positive, wonderful things. People who are the most resilient are the people who have experienced the entire range of emotions, from the deepest, darkest black holes to, elation and joy. And they understand that most of the time, being in that dark place is a temporary one, and that they'll survive, and that they've learned to trust that just because they're feeling uncomfortable and anxious and fearful, that's a normal way of being during that time, and that they'll be able to work through that.
Yeah, so much of it is, and it's so tried and true, right? Attitude
Yeah,
makes all the difference. But it is true that no matter the circumstances, every day when we wake up, we have a choice to make.
that's right.
And that choice can be optimistic, or that choice can be pessimistic. It can't be the same. It can't be both. I mean, at the same time, you have to choose which direction you're going to focus on that day. I think you were
That's right.
talking about your birthday, and I thought that was really, really interesting. If you want to talk a little bit about that too, Kim.
So Tom mentioned that I just had transitioned to Phoenix, Arizona. And it just so happened my birthday was last Tuesday. And I was moving, and I was hot, and I was sweaty, and I was kind of cranky. And I was thinking, I can't believe I'm doing this on my birthday. There's so many other things I'd rather be doing to celebrate my birthday. And as I thought about it, I thought, this is exactly what I should be doing on my birthday. This is a rebirth. This is a new start. This is a new pathway, and a new way of me being, and a new way of me belonging to something exciting and new. And I found that just looking at it from a different perspective, like, well, why not? Why is this such a bad thing? Just completely changed my attitude. You know, I'm sure my friends and my family noticed immediately when I adopted that new way of thinking. And so I just chose to look at it that way. That it really was, like you say, Tom, we have a choice. And I thought, I'm not going to get stuck in that old way of thinking. This is a great opportunity for me to look at things from a different perspective, and to lighten up a little bit.
Right. Well, thanks for your comments today. And what we'll do is close our session, and our last one, which we'll be doing in a little while, and sharing with you, is all going to be about wrapping these three pieces together when we think about uncertainty, transition, and adaptation into the concept of self-care,
Right.
and how can we do a better job of self-caring so that we can in turn be a better leader for others. So thanks again for your time today, Kim, and we'll talk
Thank
soon.